What is up? What is up? It's your boy, the Jack Attack. I'm coming back at you. After week one, we smoked them 62-13. Um, Defense could have done a lot better, but Don Pelham said that, and every defender after the game said they were not happy with the defensive performance. But it was first game jitters, and that's all it was. I don't think it was that bad. I mean, we shut them out in the second half. We shouldn't have let them score 13, even though I said I thought they would score 13, and that touchdown in the second quarter was against mostly freshmen and backups that were in getting quality minutes. And that's what the defense was really doing differently than the offense. The offense had a couple freshmen, but with the offense, you got Marcus Mariota right there, and you got the ball in your hand, so you can kind of, afford, little mistakes. Devin Allen not catching the ball, mistiming that jump, but yeah, it was a good game. It was a fun game to watch. Well, it was nice to see, Lockie get in there, and he can throw the ball, and that was good to see. And um, Royce Freeman was a beast. I called it. Everyone else has been raving about him for the past couple of weeks. I was raving about him when I saw that they signed him, and when I saw him playing that Army All-American game. I said, okay, what are you going to do against the big, tougher competition? Because the Californians, there's some good competition, but when he was playing in that Army All-American game, he should have won the MVP. I advise anyone that wants to see Royce Freeman really carry the ball more than 3 times. I think he carried it in that game 4 times or something like that for 100 something yards. I think it might have been even 3 times. Same number he carried in the game. Actually, he had 11 touches. My bad, for 86 yards and 2 touchdowns. Uh, that was good. He had a good game. We got a three-head monster in the backfield, so that's going to be very, very tough for teams that are coming in, because you can't game plan to stop, just Thomas. You can't game plan to stop just Marshall. You can't just game plan to stop Freeman, because the Ducks will switch them out, and will use either of them. It's and a lot of people were like, "Oh, is that bad?" No, it's an awesome thing to have when you got a guy that's so good that Gary Campbell was saying he's at the point where Tynan was at the end of last year, and Tynan was becoming a beast. You know, by the end of last year, he smoked Oregon State for a good amount of yards, even though that game ended up being pretty close. Um, and now that I said that, the offense in general was good. Dwayne Stanford had a nice catch. Keenan Lowe had a good catch. 11 receivers, just in case you thought I was wrong when I said, trust me, we have more than Braylon Addison as a receiver. There was 11 other guys, including Marshall was the only running back, but there was 10 other guys, receivers that made catches, and Devin Carrington was, ooh, he was catching every ball that was thrown his way, and they really talked to him just yesterday after practice. They asked him, how he thought he did. He said he could have gone, you know, did a lot better. And he he said he loved one-on-one matchups. So I'll be interested if Oregon doesn't see what he'll do with the one-on-one matchup if they throw him, inside, with some on a post pattern, or just line him up at the other end of the field across, from Dwayne Stanford on the right and have him on the left against the cornerback, because he was like, man, that's the most exciting part of football. Like, that's what you like to hear out of your wide receiver. You want a guy that's like, I want one-on-one all day. Because I know I'm gonna burn that every time. You want him to draw two defenders so another guy's open, and we got that good team that can cause more than one cornerback to be on a wide receiver. So I think that was all settled. I know Efo came out, but he said he was fine, and the only reason he didn't go back in was because Coach Neal said, "We don't want you going back in. You've done enough." And it wasn't because of his ankle. It was just because they didn't need him to go back in. I mean, if they needed him to go back in, I'm sure Coach Neal would have been like, "Yeah, you need to go back in." But it was South Dakota, so didn't need to go back in. So now we go and we march on to Michigan State. And the Spartans have a good team. They have a good running game. They have a good quarterback, and they got a decent wide receiver, and they have the best, arguably the best defense in the Big Ten. But when I look at the game, I see some yards game put up, but I think Oregon's gonna come. Oregon's defense is fired up because they did not play well. They did not play their best, and I think they want to show what their best is, and they want to show that running on them was not really a fluke, because South Dakota really ran a good game against them, but it was more like Oregon wants to show that, hey, this is our defense. Our defense is very good. Our defensive line was getting into the backfield almost every single play. Um, yeah, we weren't making a lot of tackles, and but that can all be cleared up, and that'll be cleared up early this week. And I think the main um, point of this week's practice will be, don't give up, the silly yards. Don't cut down on penalties. Cut down on missed tackles. When a running back is coming off the tackle, let's send a linebacker and have that defensive tackle should be in that hole to stop that offensive tackle, and then the linebacker takes care of the linebacker. Because the linebacker's job is to make sure that the linebacker doesn't get past get into the second level. And that didn't happen too much in the South Dakota game, but it did happen sometimes. So I think that's something that Oregon's going to be working on. They're going to come in and they're going to have a lot of wrinkles into it. They're going to show Michigan State a lot of things that they didn't show in the first game. And yeah, you could say oh, that's risky, but the Ducks, have confidence, and that's something they never really lose. They kind of get disappointed. They'll be like, yeah, we didn't play that good of a game, but now the defense is like, we gotta show people that we're better than that. We are better than that. They were very, you know, all one mindset of, it wasn't like, oh, we did so bad, and we were playing our best game, and what happened? No, they were like, oh my god, we could have done a lot better. Are you kidding me? Yeah, we're gonna do something different, and we're gonna play our game against Michigan State. So, Michigan State, we're coming for you. I got more videos coming this week. Probably be up Thursday, Friday. Anyways, it's been your boy, the Jack Attack. Love the O. Yes, you know. See ya. Peace.